Pretty good game. Let's just be honest. But the Ravens were outscored 14-3 in the second quarter, and then they didn't even score again till the fourth quarter when it was mop-up time. They scored a touchdown on Sunday versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Many people had the Baltimore Ravens as a top team, guys, not only in the AFC, but in the NFL as well. They said Baltimore Ravens, Super Bowl, best team, all complete sentence, period. Exclamation point, let's do it. Right? Let's do it. This is a team that could have made it to the Super Bowl. They said this is a team that was going to destroy the Chiefs dynasty and the three-peat and this and this and this. Well, guess what? Slow it down, baby. Slow it down. As they have been carried by their offense 90% of the season so far, their defense has been playing better the last few games. So when we talk about the Baltimore Ravens, we are not going to be talking about them and Super Bowl and in the dynasty as of right now. We're not going to do it. They're a bad team right now. They're not playing very good football. Let's just be honest. The question we got to ask ourselves, are they still even a competitive top team in the AFC? Can we still even put them in the conversation with the Pittsburgh Steelers, with the Buffalo Bills, with the Kansas City Chiefs, with the Chargers? Yes, I know they beat the Chargers, last Monday night, but can we even put them up in that conversation right now? That is the question. But when we look at the Baltimore Ravens, guys, they are 8-5 on the season. 8-5. Not terrible, but not great either. Nice middle of the pack, middle of the road team. But when we look at them, they started the season off 0-2. Then they got hot. They got really hot. Running off 5 wins in a row, actually. But since then, they're a 500 team. Since they got that 5-game winning streak broken by the Cleveland Browns, they're a 500 team. Matter of fact, they have lost 2 of their last 3. Beating the Chargers, but losing to the Steelers and losing to the Eagles. When you look at the Baltimore Ravens, guys, they still have a top offense in the NFL. They could probably average a 100 yards gain for the rest of the season and probably still be the top-rated offense in the NFL. They're averaging 426 yards per game. They're averaging 426 yards per game. What? Crazy, right? They are third-ranked in passing offense with 246 yards per game. Second-ranked offense at 180 yards per game. The weakness, the down part of the Baltimore Ravens all season long has been their defense. They've been playing better the last 2 games, but they're still ranked 24th overall on the defensive side of the ball. 31st in pass defense. Wrap your head around that. 31st in pass defense. But they're second in rush defense. Okay, that bumps them up a little bit. 23rd in scoring defense, giving up 25 points per game. So when we ask the question, are they a top team in the AFC? Can you put them in the conversation of the top teams in the AFC? The 3 teams that I think are top of the AFC, the cream of the crop of the AFC right now, the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. When you look at those teams, the Chiefs are ranked 9th in defense and 15th in offense. The Pittsburgh Steelers ranked 7th in defense, 19th in offense. The Buffalo Bills ranked 15th in defense and 13th in offense. What is the common theme of all of those teams, guys? Those 3 teams. What is the common core? They have pretty good defenses. 7th ranked defense, 9th ranked defense, and 13th ranked defense. Pretty good. Not no 31st in pass defense. Like, come on. So let me ask you guys this question. Baltimore Ravens, 8-5 now on the season. 500 since losing to the Browns after rattling off 5 straight wins. Lost 2 of the last 3. Yes, they've had a difficult stretch, but they've still lost 2 of the last 3. Their lone win coming from the Las Vegas Raiders, the LA Chargers on Monday Night Football, which I was like, okay, we see you. Defense is coming around. But are they a top team in the AFC, guys? That is the question. And to me personally, you cannot put them as a top team in the AFC when they have one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Not in the AFC, not the AFC North, but in the NFL. They would have the worst defense in the AFC North if the Bengals have not completely fallen off the map this season. For whatever reason, AFC North and defense do not mesh. They do not translate together at all. They do not like each other at all this season, and I don't know why. I don't know why. But are they a top team in the AFC? Me, personally, I'm saying no. They are a nice 7, 8, 9 team in the AFC. But other than that, head to head, right now, I'm taking the Buffalo Bills. I'm taking the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm taking the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm probably taking the Chargers, even though they just beat them last week. I'm taking the Chargers over the Ravens right now. I'll probably take the Denver Broncos. Hell, I might even take the Cincinnati Bengals over them. Hell, give me the Jets. The Ravens are not playing good right now, and they need to figure it out ASAP. So, guys, the question to you guys in the comments below, are the Ravens a top team in the AFC? Not the NFL, in the AFC. Strictly just the AFC. John People says, Savior, it's not happening this year. So John is saying they're not going to the Super Bowl. They're not going to the AFC Championship. John's saying, hell, they may not even make it to the playoffs. Playoffs? Hey, let's worry about winning some games here, right? Let's just worry about winning some games. Laura says, Eagles need a L this week. No, they don't. No, they don't. Michael Burlew says, not leaning on Henry, offense ain't perfect. That D and special teams can't win it for them. And when we start talking about MVP later in today's show, there's a reason why you brought in Derrick Henry. There's a reason why you went out and got Deontay Johnson. There's a reason why you have Zay Flowers and Justice Hill and Keaton Mitchell and the other 15 running backs that are injured. There's a reason why you have all those offensive weapons, so you don't have to lean on Lamar Jackson, right, all the time. Lamar Jackson is a decent quarterback until January hits. He is not winning you the games this season. You are relying on Justin Tucker, missing field goals, the worst stretch of his career. Hell, if it was any other name, you take Justin Tucker's name off of this field goal percentage the last 3 or 4 games he has cut last week. Let's just be honest. But the Ravens are not that good right now, guys. John says they did not perform. I thought it was the playoffs, the way they played. So John is saying, yeah, they don't play very well in the playoffs. Playoff Baltimore Ravens, yeah, get out of here, right? He thought the calendar already hit January the way they were playing. Damn, John, put those gats away, man. Slow it down, baby. My man PG over at youtube.com/manhour. PG, if you're watching us on YouTube Shorts, click on the link. Go to the full page. You get the full overgrass and lay and whatnot. He says, Ravens? No. Totally 100. I'm not for sure what is that supposed to mean. So if you can help me out there, PG, let me know what you're trying to say. We'll get it figured out. And Laura says, no, not this year. Ravens are not a top team this year in the AFC. Laura, let me ask you this question. Have they ever been a top team in the AFC then? Right? Lamar Jackson put up historically greatest numbers he's ever done. Right? Historically, he's better than his MVP season the last 2 times, right? Historically, the Ravens are on cloud 9. But they're not that good this year, she says. And John says, whoa. Don't be putting words in my mouth. Slow it down, baby. He says, yes, they are a top 4 team in the AFC. Are they, though? Are they? Is that just because the rest of the AFC sucks? You had the Buffalo Bills, you had the Kansas City Chiefs, you had the Pittsburgh Steelers up on this tier 1 level, and then you drop down to tier 2, you have nobody, and then tier 3, it is everybody else, and that's how they, by default, they're the 4th ranked team in the AFC? I guess I could see that. I guess I could see them being a 4th ranked team. And Derek says, NFL is a week-to-week thing. Slow it down, baby. NFL is a week-to-week thing, and this week the Ravens are just not that good. Ravens, the dog days of the NFL season, says Derek, is they're catching up to them. They've had a tough stretch. Slow it down, baby. It's just 1 week. They'll come back next week. And they'll whoop that ass. They'll come back and regather and regroup. I believe they have a bye week this particular week, if I'm not mistaken. But they'll come back and they'll regroup, and then we'll see Lamar Jackson put on his Superman cape. We'll see Derrick Henry start mowing fools over again. And when they come out and they play at New York Giants on December 15th, look out, baby. We coming. They have 4 games left in this NFL season. They better be coming quick. Michael Burlew says they're the 4th best team in the AFC. They can get past the wild card round at best. And see, Michael, this is where I agree with you. I've been kind of saying this for the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, honestly, since the Pittsburgh Steelers started to get hot and started to be one of the top teams in the AFC, provenly, right, with Russ at the helm. I said, hey, maybe, just maybe, it is better if the Baltimore Ravens are a wild card team. Maybe, just maybe, it is a little bit better if they come in kind of limping into the playoffs a little bit, right? Nobody expects shit from them. Let's say they end up being a 6th seed, right? They are the 6th seed. Who would they play? They would play the Pittsburgh Steelers first round. Who else would it be to go into Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, home of the Steelers, at Three Rivers, Heinz Fields, Azure Stadium, what the hell it is called now, and go up there and knock their dicks in the dirt? And then you turn around, and then you play the top team in the NFL, the team that gave Lamar Jackson a concussion his second year in the playoffs in Buffalo, New York, jumped passing in the end zone, knocked his head on the turf, out for the whole game, Buffalo Bills. Go out there and knock their asses out. And then, hold my beer, it gets even better. Let's go into Arrowhead Stadium and stop that three-peat in there. Maybe it's just it. Maybe. Maybe it is. Not going to happen, but maybe. Maybe it is. John says, that's what I meant by another remarkable about the Chiefs pre-peat. I don't know what you're saying. Derek says, I hit that one. Had a feeling they wouldn't use Henry. Anytime it's close in the fourth quarter, they're like, oh, Derrick Henry who? In the 5 losses this season, Derrick Henry does not have more than 2 touches in the fourth quarter. Let's flashback, was it last year or 2 seasons ago? Tennessee Titans were down by like 20 versus the Seattle Seahawks. What were they doing? They weren't passing it all over the field. They're like, oh, no. We got Mr. King Henry in the backfield. They gave the ball to Derrick Henry. Bada bing, bada boom, 80 yards later, only down by 10. Defensive stop, give the ball to Derrick Henry again. Oh, bada bing, bada boom, we're only down by 3 now. They ultimately end up coming back and winning that game by giving the ball to Derrick Henry. So, I'm just saying. John says, now Buck is just shirt tailing. I don't know what shirt tailing means. If I was shirt tailing, sure, I'm shirt tailing. I'm just saying that I personally think that the Baltimore Ravens are not very good right now. They can get better. Don't get it twisted. They have 4 games. They got a bye week. They can get better. And I think they're more dangerous in the playoffs if they are a wild card seed. If they got to go to Pittsburgh, if they got to go to New York, Buffalo, New York, Orchard Park, or whatever it is, if they got to go to Kansas City, hell, they even got to go to Houston. If I'm one of those top 4 teams and I got to play Baltimore, slow it down, baby. Slow it down. But with every success, there's a failure, right? With every success in the NFL, there is a failure. And it doesn't start with anything. The beginning of the